And a good Friday afternoon to you. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley live with you. And boy, do we have some nice weather on tap going into the weekend. Comfortable for the most part. Chilly mornings is one thing we'll talk about. Afternoons, a little bit warmer than we've been anyway. But yeah, this has been an introduction to fall and something that we'll kind of keep around for the next several days as well. So thanks for being here on this Friday, and we'll get you squared away with all the things you need to know across our area and across the Carolinas too. So let's get right to it. We're taking a look at your weather across the area, and we've been talking about the sunset getting earlier. Today is the last 7 o'clock sunset of the season. Yes, it sure is. Take a look right now. We're looking in Winston-Salem, of course, a beautiful sight. A little bit of wispiness to the sky. Those cirrus clouds can scatter the light just the way you want it to, and looking pretty nice. So take a look over your sky camera here, looking west. Again, the sunset coming up just about 29 minutes from now, and temperatures are all pretty comfortable, right around 70 degrees at this time. Looking at the day that's been in Burlington on our weather camera here. Pretty nice day of weather for the most part over there in Alamance County. Temperatures are mostly right around 70 degrees, but already starting to fall off into the 60s. So as we go through the evening, we're getting cooler and cooler and cooler. Once the sun goes down, it really changes quite a bit. Live look up in the mountains in Boone right now, where they're getting ready for a nice fall weekend up there. Still waiting on some color. Let's take a look in the Maggie Valley area. That's a nice part of this state this time of year as well. You can see a little bit of hints of fall color too, kind of popping up at this time. Just something to keep an eye on over that way if you're looking for some fall color. So as we look at the rest of the forecast locally, if you're going out and about this evening, high school football, is it going to be nice? Well, yeah, it will for the most part, but it's going to be getting cool quite quickly. Mid-60s for kickoffs of the games and upper 50s by the end of things for the football around the area, and that's something to consider. You know, this is the time of year where you really have to layer up and just dress for the different hours of the day, not just for the day on the whole, because it really does change as you go into things. Now, our morning low temperatures earlier today were quite cool. For tonight, it should also be quite cool, getting chilly in the 40s to start things off. Reedsville, Yanceyville, Danbury, 49 is what I have yet in Greensboro and Winston-Salem. Earlier this morning, we did start the day at about 50 degrees, which was our coolest of the year so far. Coolest of the season is what I mean to say. 72 is the high, 50 was the low. That's the coolest that we've been since way back in May. May the 24th was the last time we were cooler than this. We were in the 40s. So overall, cool weather is taking shape. Now, it's not the case everywhere. We've been pleasantly cool in the Carolinas, up and down the East Coast, but actually across the country, there's been some big warmth. I mean, take a look here in the middle of things, basically from Texas through the plains all the way up to the Dakotas. 95 degrees in Rapid City. That's something crazy up that way, isn't it? So a lot of heat up there. Not the case for us. What they've been having is big southerly breezes in the middle of the country. For us, well, we've been seeing the cool down, and that cool down is something special for sure. And we're pretty fortunate that we've been able to keep it around. So what's the weather impact and influence the next couple of days? It'll be high pressure. High pressure's been with us for a little while, and it's back too. So we're in very, very good shape. We'll see that we are seeing high pressure moving on down the coast with cooler weather starting to take over and move into our area. So overnight tonight, temperatures dipping down, and then tomorrow afternoon, rising back up in the mid-70s for your highs on Saturday. Going through the rest of the weekend, we look ahead towards Sunday, cool for the morning, warming up for the afternoon. I have us in the mid and upper 70s to kind of finish off your Sunday. So the weekend forecast looks just like this. I'll let you look at it for a little bit here. We're looking at mid 40s for tomorrow, mid 50s for Sunday. Both of those mornings start out on a cool side of things, and then mid and upper 70s both afternoons, and getting a little bit warmer a little bit warmer day by day. So that's your forecast locally. And if we go throughout the rest of the weekend, things are going to be pretty comfortable for the most part. And into next week, you can see mid and upper 70s for the weekend. And then into Monday, Tuesday, that's where we're right around 80 degrees to start next week. And the chances of rain are very, very low. Just a low chance of a shower on Tuesday. Slightly better chance of that going into Wednesday with some scattered rain possible as part of a cold front on Wednesday, getting a lot cooler behind that. As far as the forecast in the tropics goes, what's been going on there? Well, obviously throughout the week, we had been talking about the hurricanes. Well, they've all gone away. In fact, if we take a look up there, what's left of Imelda is kind of chugging along across the middle of the Atlantic. The area that we'll keep an eye on for a little bit is this big orange shaded region across the middle of the Atlantic. Now, this means that going into next week, there is possibility of a new storm developing, something we'll have to keep an eye on. It could become a tropical depression or a tropical storm as early as Tuesday into Wednesday. And if it did so, it could become Tropical Storm Jerry. That's the next name on the list. Now, at this point, there's no sign that it would impact the Carolinas. But of course, anytime this happens, we have to keep an eye on things, and we'll certainly keep you posted if anything changes. As far as rain potential for us, would we see any rain next week? Well, right now, sure is looking to stay pretty dry for a while. Let's take a look at this. Sunday, dry. High pressure still in control. Monday, mostly dry as well. The one thing to watch would be as you get this onshore flow for a couple of days, there is some potential that you could get a little bit of rain from time to time. For Tuesday, that's kind of been an on and off again rain chance for a few days, but as of now, that rain chance looks to be going down. Mostly, I'd be watching that cold front that you see on your screen. This is a bit of a front here that's going to kind of move our way. It's not a warm front. I just did it incorrectly. But it's a cold front sliding our way, and there could be some rain chance with that going into Wednesday. Remember, we've been in a little bit of a drought. That's something we need to address at some point, but this week does not look like a good one for rain potential. If you're going to any football games this weekend, well, maybe you're going over to Chapel Hill. Heels are hosting the Tigers. Clemson Tigers, that is. Beautiful weather. Sunscreen is needed to make sure you're in good shape. Now, as far as the Wolfpack, they're taking on Campbell. That's happening over on Saturday as well. Kickoff at 2 o'clock. Looking good, too. So anything you'd like to do this weekend, you can do it. The weather, mostly comfortable. Mid and upper 70s for Saturday and Sunday. That's your weekend forecast. We'll be back with more in just 2 minutes.